Introducing Zaxby's new chicken finger tacos. One with pico and creamy chipotle ranch, and the other with bacon and avocado ranch. Chicken experts since 1990. Taco experts since now. Woo, saucy! Zaxby's.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by New Image Media.
All right, I'm here with Hector Perez and Rod Pass with Zaxby's. This is the king of Zaxby's.
I wish.
Oh, come on. How many locations are you up to now?
We have 11, but our favorite's right here in Sanford, North Carolina.
My favorite too. And Hector, the marketing director, have you added to your title yet?
No, nothing of yet. But I've been, dealing with the changes Zaxby's are going through. I don't know if you've gotten to try any of the new things that came into the location.
You know I want to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I know you want to talk about it. So, have you tried the tacos?
I saw the tacos. I haven't pulled the trigger. Maybe tonight's the night.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it tonight too, because I tried a little bit. I tried the ingredients, but I didn't try the full taco. I know how it's gonna taste. I tried the sauce, but I didn't get to try it all together.
The sauce is what makes it.
There you go. Yeah. So I had to try that, just to get an idea, and then the tacos.
And how would you describe the sauce for folks at home?
So the avocado lime ranch. It's gonna taste like ranch with a little bit of that lime. I don't know what you say, lime bitterness. Yeah, a littleness of I guess the lime, and then a little bit of that avocado oil. I don't know if you ever had that.
All right,
but
so
it tastes pretty good on that.
I'm not gonna lie. I make a heck of a fish taco.
Okay.
And I make my own sauce. If yours isn't quite as good, I'll lend you the recipe if you can get it in the lab.
Okay, that
I have confidence though. You guys pull out some stuff sometimes, and it's always good.
Yeah, no, I don't know if you've seen, but our sauces are now in Walmart for sale, just like everyone else. I saw that. I was like, that's crazy.
I have definitely seen it. Rod, what you eat a lot of Zaxby's, right?
I do. I try.
What is your go-to sauce?
Go-to is the Zax sauce. It's our original sauce. It's just great on everything. Toast, the fries, the chicken wings, everything. But before Hector can say it, I want to say this. The Sensation salad is usually an LTO. It's now starting next quarter. It's 4 weeks from now. It's going to be here forever. So
really?
Egg rolls, everything like that. So nobody will be mad at us anymore for not having the Sensation salad or discontinuing it.
All right. What about the funnel cake?
Funnel cake, we're working on that.
Yeah, that's.
Get us the funnel cake, man.
What's it called? Well, there's something else coming up in the near future that I'm hoping everyone's going to be excited about.
You're not going to tell me about it.
No, I'm not going to tell you about it, but I'll tell you, behind the scenes.
All right, definitely. Use the app. Zaxby's go-to. I'm a tongue torch guy. Rob likes the original sauce. What's your sauce?
I'm gonna go sweet and spicy, man. You can't go wrong with it.
All right, whatever there is. How many total sauces you guys have?
Oh, God, you can tell me that on the spot. I'm gonna
Me on the spot too.
A bunch. No matter what your pleasure, Zaxby's will hook you up, guys. We appreciate everything you do with high school sports, and we appreciate everything you do to feed the community.
Always.
I think I'm gonna stop and get the chicken tacos on the way home.
Yeah, try them out. If you try one, just let me know. I'll get the other one.
All right, very good. All right, I'm Chris. This is Hector. This is Rod. We'll see you on the other side.
90 years ago, First Bank was founded. You know First Bank, the one where you are greeted by name, the one dedicated to the community, and the one born in the heart of the Carolinas.
We help our customers to realize their dreams by providing financial solutions and building trusted relationships. My name is Rich Trogdon, and we are First Bank.
Welcome back to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I'm joined by Justin Gaines of First Bank. How are you, man?
Doing well. How are you, Chris?
I'm fantastic. I got to tell you a little bit of a story. As you know, I just opened my own business and let somebody talk me into trying another bank. And after 3 days of struggling, I wound up where I should have been in the first place. And I want to tell you, anybody that's ever told you good stories about First Bank and their customer service, they were understating just how good the experience was. Couldn't have been more pleased, and I appreciate the work that all you guys put in.
Yeah, absolutely, Chris. And, I appreciate you saying that. I've said on this program before, banks offer similar rates on credit and deposits and so forth. All of our money is green. What makes the difference at First Bank is our people. And I'm glad that you've got a firsthand testimonial of that. Our staff here in Lee County is top notch. I don't think there's another bank or bank branch that would top it.
It was phenomenal, and I would recommend to everybody, literally, if you've got any banking business to do, check it out with First Bank. What kind of products are new? I know that interest rates are still a little bit higher than people look at. What are you guys doing in the lending market? What's hot?
Yeah, so investment type loans for people buying real estate have kind of leveled off, and they're sort of at a low point right now because rates are high. So that makes it somewhat difficult to make deals work on the commercial real estate side. Mortgage rates have come down some.
Okay.
They're at about a 12-month low right now. Home equity lines have remained popular because the value of homes has increased substantially over the last 2 or 3 years, and people are able to are able to access that equity now with the higher values. So, the deposit have been great for us. We've got CD rates that are very attractive, and finally people are able to earn a little bit of money.
Yeah, CDs actually seem to be making a comeback. 30 years ago, CDs were the way to take care of your money,
right.
And then, interest rates when they came down, it's a double-edged sword, right?
It is, and I think that rates are going to come down a little bit. This month the Fed meets, and so we'll see lending rates come down and possibly deposit rates come down too, but we're still in a decent environment for the savers, and will continue to be, I believe, for some time.
All right, very good. Well, thanks for all that you do. This is, I don't even know what year this is for First Bank, being involved with our coverage of the of local football. You guys predate me, and I've been doing this 11 years, so thank you for continuing to support and recognize these athletes. These are great young men.
Absolutely, and congratulations to the young men that were awarded tonight, and we look forward to the rest of the season.
All right, very good. Justin Gaines and First Bank, you guys are awesome. I'm Chris. This is Justin. See you on the other side of the break.
We have a home at 225 Sainsbury Place.
Bring it.
We have automobiles.
Bring it.
I have golf clubs.
Bring it.
We have a trampoline.
Bring it.
I have jewelry.
Bring it. For all your home, auto, life, all your insurance needs, give us a call at 919-774-4440.
Come see us in person, 1720 Westover Drive in Sabre, right beside Dexter Steakhouse.
North Carolina Farm Bureau is a proud sponsor of
Scholar Athlete of the Week Award.
All right, Coach, we've got some awards to give away for the last 2 weeks. So week one, tell us what happened.
Yeah, week one went over Northern Durham. Good trip to Durham, and the boys played well. Finally getting to play against somebody else. Offensive player of the game that week was Jaden Hill. Jaden had 3 touchdowns in pretty much the first half.
What happened in the second half?
The clock started rolling, and that thing happens quick when that clock starts rolling. The defensive player of the game, Andre Gray. Andre could have been defensive player of the game, possibly special teams player of the game, and did a really good job on offense. So he affected all 3 phases of the game. So we went with Andre as the defensive player of the game for the Northern Durham week.
All right, how many kickoff returns are you going to get for touchdowns this year? All right.
All right, and Scholar Athlete of the Week on week one was quarterback Jack Martin.
All right, Jack, you ready for this week?
Yes, sir.
All right, what's Southeast Guilford got for you guys?
I mean, they're going to be tough, but I think we're ready for them.
All right, very good.
The only thing real in this video is the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's. This restaurant, it's a green screen. The ground I'm walking on, it's a treadmill. Me? I'm not Mr. Beast.
I'm Chandler. Go get the new Mr. Beast box at Zaxby's. It has Feastables.
All right, the First Bank Players of the Week for week one, offense, defense, and Scholar Athlete. What's your GPA, Jack?
4.5.
4.5. I don't even know
Pretty
what that
tough
means,
right there,
man.
yeah.
I don't know what that means. All right, week 2 versus St. Paul's. Coach, who do we got?
So St. Paul's, Drake Brown, running back, had 3 touchdowns, nearly 200 yards rushing against St. Paul's in week 2.
All right, Drake, did you know how close you were to 200?
No, sir.
I did. And I was screaming from the press box trying to get Coach's attention. We were texting down there. Did you know how close he was to 200?
After the series that we scored a touchdown on when BJ got over 100 yards, I found out that Drake was at 197. But if all things worked well the series before it, he would have got his 200 yards.
All right. Was there any inclination there at the end when you guys got that last possession to give him one touch?
No, I feel like when you do things like that, you're asking for bad things to happen. So we're always going to respect the game and respect the other people.
All right, Coach Burdeau,
Yeah,
look
he's
at karma.
He's got to
I
go
love
get,
it.
He's got to go give him another chance to get it at some point this season.
All right, so we're going to get 200 some other week this week or this year?
Yes, sir.
All right, very good. Do you feel faster this year than you did in the past?
Absolutely.
All right. What was your playing weight last year?
Like around 210-ish.
And what are you playing at now?
190-ish.
Okay. Was that very intentional to get faster?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, it worked. We can tell. All right. Electric.
Yeah, so I think one thing, Drake is a guy that does everything he's supposed to do in the weight room. He handled business doing track, and is at every single workout that's possible to be at. And those things, as you continue to do the right thing, you continue to develop and continue to get faster and continue to push yourself even off the field, it kind of works out.
Now, you and I spoke a couple weeks ago, and you said it would be sort of running back by committee. Really wasn't much drop-off with any of the backs in there. But when a guy puts up 197, does that give you a little hesitation about rotating through?
Well, I think definitely hats off to Drake for doing his job. I think part of that is also to some of these big boys back here behind us right here. Some big boys back here. I'm saying those guys create those holes, and I feel like we have several running backs that can handle some business when the holes happen.
All right, very good. And on defense?
Yeah, defensively, last week was Cedric Lett. Ced's affecting in all three phases of the game as well. Had a really good play early in the game on a screen pass that pretty much told them they were not running that play, and it was a significant part of their typical game plan. Early on, Ced shut that down and continued to do so throughout the game. So Ced was the defensive player of the game.
All right, so you're playing every phase. Which is your favorite role? Defense? Simple as that.
Hey, you got the gift card for it, right?
I like it. And your scholar athlete for this past
Scholar athlete of the week last week was junior Chaz Osborne. Chaz came in and affected the game really in two different phases. Defensive-wise, had a sack, a couple tackles for loss, and then a big play on special teams blocking a punt. So definitely affected things.
The best thing I saw last week was you showing restraint when you got called for the late hit on the quarterback. What was going through your head when you got up after that play?
I didn't think it was me, not gonna lie.
Coach, what'd you think?
Well, I'm still not sure if it was him, but sometimes the officials are they go back and check film too. They
had plenty of film to check this past week.
We all got room for improvement, right?
All right, guys, congratulations. You guys, in addition to the trophies provided by First Bank, we have $25 gift cards courtesy of Zaxby's. Even with inflation, that'll probably get you 2 meals if you do right. But guys, great game. Good luck this weekend. Anybody got any comments? They want to shout out anybody before we get off of here?
Shout out my dude. Hey, shout out Coach Burdeau, man. Hey, shout out Coach, the best coach of all time. I love your coach.
The best coach of all time.
Hey, really? Shout out Coach Thompson. All of them. All of them.
Yeah.
Coach Burdeau, Coach Led.
All the coaches.
All the coaches. Shout out.
All right, very good. It's Lee County Yellow Jackets. What's the goal this year, guys?
State championship.
Some things never change. I'm Chris Delambert, Coach Steve Burdeau. We will see you on the other side.
All you do is win, 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 no matter what. We got you on our mind, we can never get enough. Every time you step into our building, everybody's hands go up. And they stay there, and they stay there, and they stay there. All you do is win, win, win. Put your hands in the air when you go there.
Visit us online at ClassicNissanSanford.com or call 1-855-461-9595. Classic Nissan Sanford.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Zaxby's Coaches Show. I am your host, Spencer Patterson, here with head coach Fred Blanks. Coach, what was the decision not to play the Seaforth game this week?
Well, that was all on Seaforth. They made the decision, said they didn't have enough guys. They had some guys on vacation, so they couldn't make the game up. So that was all on them.
Okay. Well, last week, obviously, the week before, you played Western Hornet, won that game 41-6. Tell us a little bit about that game.
Well, we started out slow. They run the wing tee, so it took us a little while to get adjusted to the way the wing tee works. It's something hard to prepare for in practice if you don't run that offense. So we just had to settle down, make some adjustments. Offensively, after the first series, we kind of got going. So, we did our typical thing. We run the football as much as we can. I think we only ran 35 offensive plays, and we got 41 points. So for our guys, that's pretty impressive.
Was there any player that actually stood out on offense and defense?
Well, offensively, Robbie Sims, he ran for 4 touchdowns, threw for 2, so he had 6 touchdown night. So he led us. He's our leader offensively, and defensively, Jamari Hall had a real good game, a couple sacks. I think he caused a fumble, and he was all over the place, making tackles. He does what he does.
Now Sims actually had, what was it, 95 passing yards as well, and over 170 total yards.
Yep, over 170 total yards. Like I say, 4 rushing touchdowns, 2 passing touchdowns. 97 yards passing.
97? Wow.
Yeah.
That's
5 completions for 97 yards.
That's a great week right there. Yeah. We actually do have some awards that we'd like to give out tonight. We have the Offensive Player of the Game presented by First Bank.
Like we said, offensive player, we just talked about him, it's going to be Robbie Sims. Again, he had a 6 touchdown performance. He's our leader offensively.
Thanks. So how do you think you played last week, or the Western Harnett game?
I think I did pretty well, but I could have done better.
You could have done better?
Yeah.
How could you have done better?
Yeah, everybody included into the offense.
Well, it sounds like you were the one scoring all the touchdowns. How are you going to get everybody included? Well, it sounds like you had a great coach. Now, defensively, who had the best game on defense?
Jamari Hall, he was our defensive player of the game. Like I said, he had a couple big plays, a couple sacks. He was all over the football field.
Put it right there. So how do you think you played?
I think I played well.
So you said you had, what, 2 sacks? 2 sacks, what, 9 total tackles?
Yes, sir.
So what do you think you can do to actually leading into next week, to actually improve upon that?
I'm just getting in my drop,
okay,
playing my assignment, not freelancing.
Sounds like a plan. Now, Coach, next week y'all got Eastern Randolph, I believe?
Yes, sir.
Now they're coming in 2-0. Y'all obviously 1-0. How do you think you match up against them?
I think we match up well against them. We just got to make sure we defend the pass better than we did last year. But just overall matchup, I'll take us against anybody. I think our guys are ready. We got a bunch of singles who are hungry to have a better season than they had last year. So I think we're well prepared. I think we come out and give them a fight.
That sounds good. Now, I know we got one other trophy to give out, the Scholar Athlete. Now, who would that be tonight?
We got a guy that just joined us this year, Keyshawn McQueen. He's going to be our scholar.
Thanks, sir. Here, put it there. So being a scholar athlete, being a student first, then an athlete, how do you think you do in the classroom as well as on the field?
I think I do good in the classroom. I do all my work.
That's what we like to hear. Now, you see Eastern Randolph coming up. What are some keys that you want to look for in that game?
We all play hard.
There you go.
Come out on top.
Sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
All right, Coach. Eastern Randolph 2-0. Now, do you think missing out on that Seaforth game, do you think that has any effect on extra experience for the guys or extra playoff potentially?
Nah, it gave us a chance to rest up some sore bodies, some guys that that have been hurt that can come back now and help us out. So I don't think it hurts us as far as that. I think we're ready. You never can get too much rest.
Sounds like a plan, Coach. Well, we'd like to thank all your offensive, defensive player, and scholar athlete. We'd just like to thank everybody in Zaxby's and New Image Media. We'd like to say thank you, Coach. Look forward to seeing y'all next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Zaxby's Coaches Show, brought to you by New Image Media.